Hi Scorpio, here's a general look at your solar chart for November 2013, and may I wish you a happy birthday. Now this is a very special birthday year this year because you're having a solar eclipse in your sign in the month of November the 3rd, and that will be affecting, that will be happening at 11 degrees Scorpio, so it'll be affecting most strongly 6 to 16 degrees of Scorpio, but of course it will influence the whole sign, in fact all the signs, but maybe outside of those degrees in lessening amounts, but still can be useful and can be utilized because eclipse energy is something that we can actually work with, and it's the energy of change. So that change can be, and a shifting of gears can be happening in the area related to where the eclipse is occurring, and in your case it's right slam dunk in your sign, and wherever your sign happens to be in your natal chart, that will be your key area. But for the purposes of this sun sign astrology, I'm just going to talk about it from that standpoint, and that will be a contributing factor, but the dominant factor will be the natal chart. So without further ado, it's in your sign, so therefore it's your time to take steps, or at least one step in the 24 hours in the run-up to the eclipse, doing what you know you need to do for yourself. It's about making a fresh start there with that, making a fresh start with your ongoing or your beginning with achieving aims and ambitions which are important to you, which are close to your heart, sweeping away any blame of others or what could have been or what may have been, taking responsibility, because this eclipse is conjuncting Saturn and Mercury and the north node of the moon, which is about your spiritual path as well. Taking responsibility and saying, okay, you know, I'm gonna get on with this, and I'm going to just keep plugging away at this thing, and being really practical, very, very practical and realistic. And if you sort of input that intention within the 24 hours of the eclipse, even more strong actually on the eclipse itself, then that'll lift up, you know, that intention will have sort of imprinted down into that water, that wave of eclipse energy, and then carry out over the subsequent months, 6 months. And during that time you'll be doing more related to the area of the eclipse. But this is really up close and personal for you, Scorpio. And there's another major headline this month as well, which is the move of Venus into Capricorn, which is in your area of communications and education. So this is a powerful time for you, and you can do a lot with the energy that is coming, is affecting your sign and coming into your sign through Venus this month. Of course, the sun is in that area too. It's in your sign, and you can be more self-centered and kind of, you know, not feel guilty about clearing the way to do more things for yourself, or maybe your physical, and just give more energy to that. And also Mercury is also in that area when we begin. In fact, Mercury is in your sign the whole time until the beginning of December, a very long transit, and so a lot more information could be coming at you, a lot more information exchange could be going on, more things to get your head around, paperwork, correspondence, very left brain activity, mingling more with people, having to sort of, you know, be on your toes, mentally speaking, which of course doesn't come naturally for you as a Scorpio, because Scorpio really as a water sign comes more from the gut, comes more from the heart and the gut, rather than the intellect as the air or fire signs might do. you've got to learn to kind of balance the two. Don't get scattered though, which you can with Mercury here, particularly with it going retrograde and you tearing your hair out sometimes because of schedules, timetables, postponements, delays, crossed wires, whatever it's about. It can pan out in lots of different ways, but it's usually sort of static on the smooth delivery or reception of information and plans and so on. So just engineer quiet spaces, some downtime for yourself. Very important, whenever you can. And then Mercury comes into direct motion on the 10th, and then things should start, just kind of weaving together more smoothly and more swiftly. And as the month begins, Venus is in a very favorable area to do with finances, to do with property, possessions, and oiling the wheels in that area there, and you can do well, actually, materially speaking. Others will appreciate your skill or something that you have that you can make available to them. You can be appreciating what you have more. You and somebody else can be teaming up and making money together. You and somebody else can be teaming up and appreciating a space, an experience, an adventure, whatever it's about, and getting really very much getting on with others very well. And then Venus moves to begin this mega transit on the 5th of March, the 5th of November, and we'll be there until March, the early part of March. Very social sector, mixing, mingling. It's area of education, communications, things going out over the wires, you sourcing stuff from over the wires, but also in the locality, you having more fun and entertainment in daily encounters, really, or you making available to others more fun and entertainment in their daily encounters, you being very persuasive, you just enjoying the sort of give and take, really, of everyday experiences more. With Venus here, you getting on better with brothers and sisters, or soul brothers and sisters, and crossing paths with those that you really feel that you can resonate with. There's a real feeling of clicking together with others. Also, you can do pretty okay in any kind of negotiation type situation, buying, selling, renting, leasing, or just getting yourself a good deal, because you come across as more that lethal charm of yours it can really be supported by this position of Venus, because you can come across as very persuasive and convincing. So hopefully you'll be using that in a good way. And you can definitely use this energy to help settle a feud. And also, this is great transit for the artists among you, and any of you that have this sort of aesthetic sense, because this will very much fine-tune that aesthetic sense within you, and you very much finding the beauty and appreciating the beauty around you more, and making and perhaps giving others access to that beauty. You being the doorway for that beauty. Because you are the linchpin. You are the pivot on the hinge on the gate, as it were. So that gives you sort of an idea for that. And then on the 22nd, the Sun moves into an area to do with your finances, property, material security, material goods, resources, lines of supply. It's all centered around that. It's very physical. It's also about the physical. It's about physical well-being, health, and so on, and putting that more the center of your attention, for good or ill, putting it more the center of your attention, and you seeing how you can improve things on these very practical, basic levels in your life. And that might be for yourself, and that might be for another as well. The position of Mars indicates that you will, it's not so much what you know as who you know, networking, connecting with others, making connections, new connections, rustling up old connections, friendships being productive and maybe dynamic. You know, you working together with others, or you adventuring or exploring together with others. And you could be doing quite a lot on behalf of others. Others are looking to you for the lead. Others are looking to you for the, you know, taking the first step. You actually really, with Mars, which does like to take the initiative and be the first onto something, you know, really you should be the cog in the wheel here that is you know, spinning the other wheels in a way, without being egotistical or bossy about it, you know. But this is a very progressive position of Mars, and Mars wants to be out in front. So you can be working with gatherings of people. You could be working through a collective of people, either, you know, in small doses or with a huge collective all at once. But others looking to you more, or you holding a key role here. So in general, this is a progressive phase. It's very future orientated, and you can really get the ball rolling on something. Until next July, Jupiter is in a stunningly good angle to your sun sign, Scorpio, and this is very good news, and you learning through travel, longer distance connections, foreign connections, connections with those from a very different background to what you're used to, connections through education, academia, you expanding your world, casting your nets wider, you getting a lot from being mentored and guided and taught, you being seen by others as the mentor, the guide, the teacher, excuse me. Or anything like that is more likely. And this is a great vibration for broadcasting something across a wider stage. And so some of you might be getting involved in media, publishing, broadcasting, but also this is to do with the law, this is to do with the legalities of things as well. So you growing and expanding and benefiting through that area there sounds a bit sort of counterintuitive, but so maybe you got to know your rights on something, maybe you've got to get the legal side sewn up on something, but you will benefit through that if it's like that for you. And the boundaries of your known world are going to be really stretching into new territories. And you Scorpios born between the 11th and the 14th of November, or with 19 to 22 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. Saturn in your sign is helping you to deal with those things that you need to, whether it's to do with where you want to get to from here in life, whether it's to do with a relationship, a job, or place on the map, your health. It's the great testing energy in the zodiac, which really gives us a thump with a hammer to make sure we're sound, you know. But anything, I have to say, anything achieved under Saturn energy will stand the test of time, and you can look forward to a happier, healthier, more solvent, more settled version of yourself once the transit's over. You really are earning your stripes with this one, your medals with this one. Because things always are going to take longer than you had anticipated under a Saturn transit. But, as I say, it will, you know, Saturn rules stone, and Saturn rules rock, and Saturn rules anything which, as I say, stands the test of time. So anything that you're evolving under this transit of Saturn will be like the rock in your life and your foundations. And you Scorpios born between the 4th and the 10th of November, with 12 to 18 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. And just a reminder that the current positions of Neptune and Jupiter, as well as Saturn really, are very much supporting and stimulating your imagination, allowing you to envision to manifest visions, to make dreams into reality without being silly about it, you know, because Saturn, with her limitations and her rather sort of strict approach, won't let you, you know. I mean, she's a bit like the cop, really, the female cop, but Neptune and Jupiter are a bit like the guardian angels, saying, no, you know, you can go as big as you like. So between the two of them, they kind of keep you in order, and you can produce something, if you manage to balance these and work them right, are really marvelous out of this mix here, because all three together bring a wave of positive energy, and that'll underpin something that you want to achieve, that you want to make a dream into reality, and want to manifest in your life. And that's it for November. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, then it can be useful to listen to those, the forecast for those. And also, if you want to know which part of your sign the outer planets are aspecting, the ones I haven't mentioned, then that'll be on my website. And I'll see you the next time.